Amboise is a charming town on the banks of the Loire River in central France. It's steeped in history and elegance. With its royal past, Renaissance architecture, and stunning landscapes, it offers visitors a lovely glimpse into the grandeur of French heritage. In this video, I'll take you around Amboise and visit all three historic chateaux in the town. Walking through Amboise' historic center, you'll encounter the clock tower, a striking medieval structure that once served as the town's main gateway. It's a reminder of Amboise' medieval past, marking the entrance to a lively area filled with shops, cafes, and markets. From much of the town, the Château Royal d'Amboise dominates the skyline, its turrets and towers rising above the Loire. The castle, once a favored residence of French kings, offers breathtaking panoramic views of the river valley. Originally a medieval fortress, the chateau was transformed in the late 15th century by King Charles VIII, who envisioned a splendid Renaissance palace. Tragically, Charles himself never saw his grand vision fulfilled. He died at Amboise in 1498 after striking his head on a low doorway. Under King Francis I, Amboise became a center of Renaissance culture, influenced by Italian artistry and thought. The young king, who was fascinated by the Renaissance movement, invited Leonardo da Vinci to live in Amboise, a gesture that cemented the chateau's place in history. Da Vinci, the original Renaissance man, spent his final years at nearby Clos Luce, often crossing the gardens of Amboise to advise the court on architectural and engineering matters. The chateau is also Da Vinci's final resting place. His tomb lies in the newly restored Chapel of St. Hubert in the castle grounds. Although the chateau was a place of grandeur, it was also the site of dark intrigue. In 1560, during the French Wars of Religion, the Amboise conspiracy unfolded here. Protestant Huguenots plotted to abduct the young King Francis II, only to be discovered and brutally executed. Their bodies were hung from the castle walls, a grim warning to any future conspirators. Another interesting and dark side note: the captive Emir Abdel al-Qadir, who resisted French colonization of Algeria, along with his entourage of family and retainers, were imprisoned at the Château d'Amboise from 1848 to 1852. One of the rooms in the chateau has decor and artifacts from this period of imprisonment. The chateau is beautifully presented, in a wonderful state of preservation, and the well-tended grounds, gardens, and lawns, and sweeping views of the Loire Valley will keep you on the hilltop long after you finish seeing the lavish interior of the chateau. A short walk from the Château Amboise leads to Clos Luce, the last home of Leonardo da Vinci. Originally built as a royal hunting lodge, Clos Luce was acquired by the French crown and later gifted to da Vinci by King Francis I in 1516. For the last 3 years of his life, Leonardo lived and worked here, bringing his artistic genius and boundless imagination in engineering, anatomy, and architecture. He was given the honorary title of Premier Painter, Engineer, and Architect of the King, and was often visited by Francis I, who admired him greatly. In these serene surroundings, Leonardo continued his work on some of his most ambitious designs, from flying machines to intricate bridge systems. The beautifully restored mansion showcases Da Vinci's living quarters, working studio, and in the basement, a number of modern models of his inventions. There's also a museum on the grounds showcasing Da Vinci's ideas and skills as an architect, science, and artist. The surrounding park is a delight, filled with many full-scale replicas of his design, allowing a visitor to immerse themselves in his visionary world. A few minutes walk from Clos Luce, hidden away in lush greenery, is one of Amboise' lesser-known gems, the Chateau Gaillard. Built by Charles VIII, this Renaissance chateau is renowned for its Italian-style gardens, which were among the first of their kind in France. It's a peaceful and more modest retreat from the grandeur of the Amboise chateau. Its orchards, citrus trees, and serene atmosphere give off a much less formal vibe. The chateau is one of France's earliest Renaissance estates, and was meant to be a showcase of Italian artistry and innovation. Inspired by his campaigns in Italy, the king returned from his conquests enchanted by the splendor of Italian architecture and brought back an Italian architect to help create his own vision of an Italianate paradise in France. Chateau Gaillard was not just a home, but also had an experimental garden of exotic plants and fruit trees. It's believed that the chateau was one of the first places in France where orange trees were cultivated, earning the nickname the first Renaissance gardens in France. However, after Charles' sudden death, Chateau Gaillard faded from royal favor and eventually fell into neglect. Over the centuries, it was abandoned and nearly forgotten. Only in recent years have works been undertaken to restore the home to its former beauty. Chateau Gaillard draws fewer visitors than the Château d'Amboise or Clos Luce, but I found it to be super charming and a really tranquil retreat. It was a lovely place to escape the crowds. Amboise is a town where history, art, and natural beauty converge. Given all it has to offer, and its proximity to loads of other lovely nearby sites, it's a great place to base yourself for a few days while you explore the beauty of the Loire Valley. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this useful, a subscribe is sincerely appreciated and helps me to continue the channel.